In YouTube's early days, the angry video game nerd debuted in 2006. Created by James Rolfe, the series featured humorous reviews of retro video games from the 80s and 90s, incorporating over-the-top profanity, comedic skits, and recurring characters. The success of Angry Video Game Nerd inspired a wave of content creators who adapted a similar style of humorous and profanity-laced video game critiques. Channels like Urinating Tree, rmake21, and many others emerged, bringing their own unique spin to the format. These creators often blended comedic rants, in-depth analysis, and exaggerated reactions, further popularizing the genre of retro and bad game reviews on YouTube.
Shit, you ain't shit. Yeah, I'm the motherfucking #1 Act Zero player. I'ma shove a finger up your I'm gonna the poop's gonna come out, and I'm gonna be, shit, I'm gonna clean my hand up. Pussy. Man, what the fuck did he kick me out?
The influence of AVGN helped shape the entire structure of gaming commentary, paving the way for the future reviewers to build their own followings. Among the many creators influenced by the rise of gaming content on YouTube, one standout figure was Silent Rob. Making his debut on the platform with a reply video, Rob responded to a well-known troll at the time, Chad Warden. Chad had gained notoriety for his over-the-top and exaggerated praise for the PlayStation 3, referring to it as the PS Triple.
The PS Triple? I ain't talking about that Wii. Come on now. Wii? Come on. That little controller, baby, that looks like a dildo.
In his parody response, Silent Rob mimicked Chad Warden's style, exaggerating his mannerisms and comedic bravado while satirizing the original video's content.
Man, this is your pal Silent Rob reporting on the PS3, PS123, Trace, motherfucker. Talking about the PS3, fuck the Wii. Fuck the motherfucking Wii, it sucks the dicks in the balls. I don't give a fuck about that system.
This debut set the tone for Rob's future content, blending politically incorrect humor, blunt opinions, and a no-holds-barred approach to gaming discussions. His unique style quickly gained attention, helping him carve out his own space in the growing YouTube gaming community. Silent Rob's first major breakthrough came with his review of Action 52, a notoriously awful 1991 compilation of 52 broken and nearly unplayable games. In this review, Rob's explosive rage and unfiltered frustration resonated with viewers, making it one of the most memorable videos.
I mean, none of this makes any sense. Fucking, will you tell me what I'm supposed to do? Will you tell me what the fuck I'm looking at here? What is this? Am I a pink lobster? Am I shooting out boogers? Is that what that is? Tell me, because I don't know. I'm in the fucking dark here.
His over-the-top reactions, filled with comedic outbursts and blunt commentary, made watching him suffer through the game's countless glitches and design flaws an entertaining experience. Fans were drawn to his raw and unapologetic style, and the video quickly gained traction, helping to establish Silent Rob as a rising voice in the gaming review community. Another defining moment in Silent Rob's YouTube career came with his nearly hour-long GameStop rant, where he unleashed a brutally honest and hilariously angry tirade about his experiences working at the infamous video game retailer. What made Rob's perspective unique was that he had worked at the store during the transition from EB Games to GameStop, giving him first-hand insight into the company's shift in policies and the gradual decline of its work environment.
When you work at GameStop and somebody trades in a system, there's no real way to check this system other than turning it on and seeing if it works. That means if somebody trades in, and I had this happen, so I'm going to set this scenario up for you people, okay? These white trash pieces of shit people come in with this fucking PS2, and it's an original PS2 with the drawer that came out, the original, and with this piece of shit, dust-ridden, disgusting PS2, and it's absolutely disgusting. But by GameStop's policy, if this fucking thing turns on and reads a disc for less than 5 minutes, we have to take this system in and give the people money for it and then sell this system to somebody else. And let me assure you that if every single one of the systems we sell out would come back to us, okay? Almost every single PS2 and 360, used 360 that we would sell would come back to us within a week.
While retail horror stories are common today, with entire channels like Camelot 311 and Fantavision dedicated to exposing the shady practices of companies like GameStop, Rob's rant was one of the earliest and most entertaining of its kind. Using his trademark humor and unfiltered rage, he painted a vivid picture of the store's dysfunction. from absurd corporate practices to nightmare customers. The grand finale of the rant detailed a particularly insane incident where he was physically assaulted by a furious customer after GameStop had sold the man's Madden 2008 pre-order. The sheer insanity of the story, combined with Rob's raw storytelling style, made the GameStop rant an instant classic among his fans. Salad Rob's YouTube journey wasn't without its share of controversy. In 2009, he made a bold move by announcing that he would be launching his own website, where he would offer exclusive video content. However, access to the site came with a $5 admission fee, a decision that sparked an uproar within his community. Some fans felt Rob's content wasn't worth paying for, while others viewed the move more as a cash grab, arguing that YouTube videos should remain free.
Fuck you, Silent Rob. You don't give a fuck about anybody or anything but yourself and making some money. You have for premium content, some text reviews, and some nothing other than that. Other than that in the forums, there's nothing special about your site.
Rob was quick to defend himself, pointing out that $5 was a very low price for exclusive content. He also reassured his audience that he wasn't abandoning YouTube, as he would continue to upload free videos for those who couldn't or didn't want to pay.
What's up, everybody? This is Silent Rob. I just wanted to get on here real quick because, to be honest, I'm a little bit ticked off. I've been reading some comments on the videos I've just posted, and some of you people are acting like lunatics, okay? Basically, if you're too young to have a PayPal account, or you don't have any money, or you don't have $5, that's fine, okay? That's a whole different story. I'm still gonna make YouTube videos. The people that are on my page is grandstanding about $5 fucking can fuck off right now. Hell, I even read a fucking comment where somebody said a penny is too much to charge for a gaming website, okay? If you don't think my shit is worth a penny, then fuck off.
However, the backlash escalated beyond simple criticism. His website was hit with a DDoS attack, crippling its functionality, while his YouTube comment section was flooded with trolls relentlessly attacking him over the Paywall decision. Facing mounting hostility, Rob eventually posted a farewell video and deleted his original channel, Leisure Suit Gaming. Despite this dramatic exit, Rob wasn't gone for long. After several months, he returned to YouTube with a new channel, Leisure Suit Gaming 2, signaling his comeback. His reemergence proved that he wasn't ready to give up on content creation, and he continued making videos in his signature no-holds-barred style. Around 2012, Silent Rob set his sights on a new target, the Brony community, a group of adult male fans of My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. Rob took a bold and controversial stance, openly criticizing grown men for watching a show primarily aimed at young girls. In his signature blunt and unapologetic style, he argued that it was bizarre and even creepy for adult men to be obsessed with My Little Pony when there were countless other forms of entertainment available.
You could be watching anything, alright? Anything, other than My Little Pony. It is not cool. When did it become okay for grown-ass men to watch a show for little fucking girls?
Rob's crusade against the Brony fandom sparked heated debates, as the community had become a massive internet subculture with passionate defenders. His criticism, often laced with humor and rage, resonated with those who found the phenomenon strange, while others saw his stance as unnecessarily harsh. Regardless of where people stood on the issue, Rob's anti-Brony videos became a notable part of his channel's history, further cementing his reputation as a creator unafraid to voice controversial opinions. Between 2013 and 2015, Silent Rob largely disappeared from YouTube, remaining inactive for several years. However, in 2016, he made his return, uploading videos and occasionally live streaming on his Leisure Suit Gaming 2 channel, now nicknamed Face Destroyer Inc. While Rob had been involved in various online feuds throughout his career, one of his most notable conflicts upon his return was with fellow gaming YouTuber Alpha Omega Sin. Rob and Alpha had a history together, having worked alongside each other on the Hate Bit podcast, a gaming discussion show that also featured YouTuber Razor Fist and others. Their falling out, however, stemmed from a personal incident. Rob had driven 5 hours to meet Alpha at a gaming convention, expecting to spend time with him. However, Alpha informed him that he had prior commitments related to the convention and he couldn't hang out. Feeling snubbed as a friend, Rob took the rejection personally, and the situation escalated into a full-blown grudge. Rob began publicly ranting about Alpha Omega Sin, including an infamous live stream where he went off on him for over an hour.
I'm not gonna sit on here and fucking talk good about somebody that can't even come into any of my fucking streams, can't comment on my videos, can't return my texts, can't even be fucking subscribe to me or mention me in any goddamn videos, dude. You can kiss my fucking ass. Alright, that's not a friend. That's not a fan. Alright? I said plenty nice things about fucking Alpha. I've told plenty of people to go fucking watch his bullshit videos. Alright? Oh, which video should I watch, Alphas? Oh, I don't know. Watch any of them, because they're all the goddamn same.
His main criticism was that Alpha had abandoned YouTube during the adpocalypse, a period when YouTube's ad revenue system underwent major changes, causing financial struggles for many creators with edgier content. Rob accused Alpha of only being in it for the money, rather than for the true passion of gaming content. The feud became a defining moment in Rob's return to YouTube, showcasing his tendency to hold grudges and call out those he felt had wronged him. In 2017, Silent Rob released another hit video titled Retro Wake Up Call, a passionate hour-long rant addressing the growing issues within the retro gaming community. The video tackled multiple topics, including the elitism surrounding playing on original hardware versus ROMs, as well as the skyrocketing prices of retro games.
With this elitist mentality, and it is an elitist mentality, I had a person tell me when I was talking about playing Earthbound on an emulator, because I was trying to beat Earthbound, I had somebody call me a piece of shit for playing it on an emulator rather than playing it on a $250 cartridge, okay? It doesn't take a fucking brain surgeon to figure out why I wouldn't do that. Because I like to have $250 in my account rather than having a fucking 20-year-old piece of fucking plastic and silicon that is just gonna fucking sit on a shelf.
Rob called out the gatekeeping mentality of some collectors, arguing that emulation was a perfectly valid way to experience classic games without breaking the bank. One of the most significant points Rob raised was the impact of YouTubers on the retro gaming market. He pointed out that popular creators was unintentionally causing price inflation. Whenever a YouTuber would recommend a lesser-known retro game, scalpers would rush to buy up copies, driving prices through the roof.
You got these people on YouTube that are ruining it. And, you know, I know it's hard to think that these channels that you watch, these channels that you enjoy, are ruining your hobby, okay? It's not very hard to realize that all people have to do is turn YouTube on and look up one of their favorite games and see somebody on their fucking favorite YouTube channel being like, oh my god, I found this game. This game's worth like $40 bazillion. Oh my god. I can't even fucking believe I found this. I'm gonna stick it on my butt right now. Brr, 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 okay? And then they look at their copy like, oh my god, I'm gonna put this on eBay right now for $40 million. You know what I mean? It never sells, but it's still on eBay for exorbitant amount of money. And they hoard it.
Silent Rob wasn't just ranting aimlessly when he called out YouTubers for inflating retro game prices. There's actually data to back up his claims. One of the most well-documented examples of this phenomena can be seen with Metal Jesus Rocks and his Hidden Gems series, where he highlights lesser-known games that he believes deserves more attention. While well-intentioned, these videos have had a measurable impact on the retro game market, leading to what many now call the Metal Jesus tax. A prime example of this occurred with Metal Jesus GB8 Hidden Gems 2 video, which was uploaded July 1st, 2016. In this video, he highlighted several obscure Game Boy Advance titles, and the price trends of these games tell an undeniable story. Looking at the price charting averages, Gumby vs. Astrobots before July 2016, this game was relatively cheap, averaging $4. After the video, prices began to rise significantly, with copies later selling for $10 plus. Spirits and Spells. Once a bargain title, this game shot up in price shortly after the video's release, doubling in value from around $5 to $20 to $25. SD Gundam Force, a niche title that was previously sitting at $6, but after being featured, it had surged past $20. This pattern is not unique to just one video. Numerous other Hidden Gems episodes have caused similar spikes across various consoles. While Metal Jesus Rocks likely didn't intend to create artificial demand, the reality is that his influence has given opportunistic scalpers an excuse to hoard and mark up prices. Silent Rob was one of the first, if not the first, to publicly expose this trend, long before it became a widely acknowledged issue in the gaming YouTube community. While many YouTubers, including RGT85 and others, would later discuss the problem, Rob's retro wake-up call video was ahead of its time, highlighting the growing frustration of gamers who just wanted to collect without paying inflated prices. From 2017 through 2021, Silent Rob's channel experienced a major resurgence, widely considered one of the best periods of his content. His streaming presence grew significantly. He then introduced a new interactive format that resonated with his audience, ROM streams. During these streams, viewers could donate to have Rob play a ROM game of their choice on an emulator, and he would continue playing it until either he got bored or rage quit. This format was a huge success, providing hilarious and unpredictable moments while allowing the audience to directly engage with him. Beyond the ROM streams, Rob also played major new releases, including Shakiro, Shadows Die Twice, and a Resident Evil 2 remake, both of which were well received by its audience. His unfiltered commentary combined with his mix of skill and over-the-top reactions made these playthroughs highly entertaining. During this time, Rob also caught the attention of Mutahar from the popular YouTube channel Some Ordinary Gamers. This led to him guesting on a few podcasts with Mutahar, where they discussed gaming, YouTube drama, and life in general.
Yeah, but it's also like, you know, you got a lot of people who cancel individuals nowadays just because they have nothing better to do. Like, you ever just go on social media and everyone's just getting lambasted for bullshit these days?
Oh, it's always something, dude. I mean, when you get an audience like the size, I mean, even the size of yours, I mean, you gotta literally walk on eggshells on it. I mean, you probably know. I mean, you know.
Being acknowledged by a larger YouTuber like Mutahar helped expose Rob to a broader audience, further cementing this period as one of the high points of his online career. Between 2022 and 2023, Silent Rob's content output began to slow down. His streams and videos became less frequent, and viewers often attributed this to a foot injury that required surgery. At the time, fans assumed he was simply recovering, but in early 2024, the real reason for his absence was revealed, and it was far more serious than anyone expected. Rob took to his Facebook group, Face Destroyers United, to share a shocking personal struggle. Through 2023, he had been battling a fentanyl addiction. He admitted that the addiction had nearly cost him his life and described the horrifying experience of going through withdrawal. This revelation put the gaps in his content schedule into perspective, as he had been silently dealing with a life-threatening battle behind the scenes. However, 2024 marked a turning point. Determined to move forward, Rob made his return to YouTube, uploading a deeply personal video where he opened up about his addiction and the difficult journey he had been going through.
But I did what he said, and I did a little line of it. They call them blues on the street. I'm sure you guys know about them. Don't ever do them. I'll get into that in a minute. But that was my downfall. As soon as I did that first one, that was it. It was over. It was over. And it was so over, in fact, that I did that line and I decided to call off of work for the rest of the day. So I could, because I had like two or three of them. So I could continue to do them for the rest of the day. Should have indicated that I like that shit a little bit too much.
In this video, he also laid out his new vision for his channel. He no longer wanted to be boxed into just gaming content. Instead, he announced his plans to turn his channel into a variety channel, where he would upload whatever he wanted, including music, skits, and other creative ideas. Despite the hardships, Rob's resilience and willingness to be open about his struggles earned him even more respect from his dedicated fanbase. His return in 2024 signified not just a comeback to content creation, but a fresh start in both his personal and professional life. As Rob pushed forward with his new creative direction in 2024, his audience reception became increasingly divided. Many longtime fans were not enthusiastic about the AI music he was uploading or some of his new skits, instead wanting him to return to his gaming roots, particularly his beloved ROM streams. While Rob was eager to explore fresh ideas and break away from the formula he had followed for the past 6 years, his viewership began to decline on these experimental uploads. As dissatisfaction grew, trolls also began reappearing in the comments, reigniting the cycle of criticism and frustration that had plagued Rob in the past. The situation came to a breaking point on December 9, 2024, when Rob made a controversial announcement in his Face Destroyers United Facebook group. He revealed that moving forward, the majority of his channel's content would be locked behind an $8 a month paywall. His reasoning? To eliminate vocal critics, who had been hounding him about his content choices. He believed that by doing this, he could cultivate a more dedicated, intimate community of true supporters rather than dealing with negativity from casual viewers and trolls. However, this decision was met with immediate backlash. Those who spoke out against it in his Face Destroyers United were swiftly banned from the group. Critics called Rob hypocritical, pointing out that he had once mocked YouTubers like Alpha Omega Sin for prioritizing money over passion. Now, it seemed like he was doing the exact same thing. Rob, however, stood his ground, defending his choice by reminding fans that he had provided over 17 years of free content and that he wanted a more dedicated audience rather than a mix of supporters and detractors. While he continued engaging with his Facebook group, he did not make any public announcements on YouTube about his decision, leaving many of his casual viewers completely in the dark about the shift. This move ultimately created a rift within his fan base. While some loyal supporters embraced the change, many others saw it as a turning point in Rob's relationship with his audience, unsure of where his channel would go from here. As backlash over Rob's paywall decision continued, speculation about the state of his channel and his behavior began to intensify. Many fans and critics alike started to believe that Rob was beginning to lose control of the narrative surrounding his own channel. A new controversy emerged when viewers noticed a suspicious pattern of sock puppet accounts defending him in the comments section of his videos and posts. Around 9 accounts were discovered, all sharing the same creation date, August 15, 2017. This particular date raised eyebrows, as it coincided with the time when Rob was locked in a feud with fellow YouTuber Ashaleary. One account in particular, Biggie7985, made an oddly specific defense of Rob, questioning why he would be money hungry when he could have simply relied on super chats from live streams instead of putting his content behind a paywall. While there was no definitive proof that these accounts belonged to Rob, several fans pointed out that their writing style strongly resembled his own. The uniformity of the creation dates seemed too convenient to be coincidence. However, some speculated that this could have been the work of a sophisticated troll, potentially using AI to mimic Rob's speech patterns in an attempt to stir more controversy and damage his reputation. While this theory wasn't impossible, most found it unlikely. At the same time, rumors of Rob's relapsing into drug use also began to circulate. In one of his recent videos, a viewer spotted a pill bottle on his desk, leading to speculation that he was back on prescription opioids. While Rob hadn't addressed these rumors, the sighting fueled even more discussion about his behavior and direction of his channel. With trust in Rob wavering among his fan base, the situation surrounding his channel in late 2024 was growing more chaotic by the day, leaving many to wonder what his next move would be. In late January 2025, Rob dropped a new video titled The Rug Pull, a bombshell that sent shockwaves in his fan base. In the video, Rob claimed that his $8 a month membership plan was never really about the money. It was actually a grand scheme to weed out the people he deemed toxic from his community. According to him, the membership requirement was a way to purge trolls from both Face Destroyers United and his YouTube channel, leaving behind only his most loyal supporters.
Here's what's gonna happen with the page. I was so excited to fucking do this shit, dude. The people that have subscribed without complaint, there's like 26 people and did the member thing. Super homies deluxe. I'm gonna do something very special for you guys. I'm talking to Ani about like what I'm gonna do for you guys. Super fucking homies. Awesomeness. People that reached out to me, awesomeness. People that left comments on Ace's videos dogging me, of which I have a list here. Here's my notebook over here. Eat shit. Because I know who you are, and I don't really want you around. I mean, you can watch my videos if you want, but you're a scumbag. You didn't contact me. You didn't try to get a hold of me. You didn't see you didn't see what's going on. You would have seen, I would have explained it to quite a few, because I did. Yeah. So the member stuff, it will be phased out, and it's gonna go back to the way it was.
Rob declared that those who stuck by him through the controversy were now his super homies deluxe, and as a reward, they would each receive a free cameo video from him. His message was clear. He was fed up with people trying to tell him how to run his channel and didn't care about losing viewers who didn't respect his vision. One of the key moments in the rug pull video was Rob's attack on fellow YouTuber Ashaleary. Around the same time, Ashaleary had uploaded a 30-minute video criticizing Rob's erratic behavior and calling him out over the paywall drama. Rob fired back, accusing Ashaleary of being an opportunist who only talked about him for clout, pointing out that Ash's channel barely had an audience unless drama with Rob was involved. Rob also took a more personal shot, claiming Ashaleary had abandoned him during his battle with drug addiction.
True homies and shit like that. But the way a particular person, Asa, handled a lot of the stuff really got under my fucking skin, dude. Especially when I was struggling real bad, dude. Like, I had people reporting to me about him talking shit and just really nasty shit, dude. He was never there. And let me tell you guys something about Asa. Asa is not a good person. Okay, he's a piece of shit. He's a bad person, and it's really why I distance myself from him. All he really cares about is money. If you're not talking to this man about something involving him getting something, he does not give a fuck. Okay? He doesn't give a fuck, dude. When I was struggling and I was having all my issues, there wasn't no Silent Rob videos being made, dude. It's only when he sees an opportunity to attack and try to gain some notoriety because, you know, he got a whole 600 views on his video.
According to Rob, Asha wasn't there for him when he needed support the most. However, Ashaleary countered this by saying that he cut ties with Rob because he had been asking for money, and he didn't want to be an enabler who might fuel Rob's addiction. This divide further cemented their falling out, with both sides refusing to back down. Despite initially stating in the rug pull video that the membership plan was temporary and would wind down at the end of the day, that never actually happened. By February 1st, 2025, Rob briefly mentioned that the membership program would continue indefinitely, completely ignoring the fact that he had previously implied it was just a short-term experiment.
You guys may have noticed a lot of my stuff being members only, and that's just the way it's going to have to be, at least for the foreseeable fucking future. Okay, because you guys know how it is, and like I said, there's a lot of things I haven't even told you guys about, like people overstepping lines and fucking doing crazy shit to me and shit. And, you know what I mean, if people want to think I'm a piece of shit, that's fine. You know, it really is. But when people are being, you know, paying members and stuff like that, they're going to pay for something, I'm going to give them a good show, and I'm going to have fun with people that actually want to be there to hang out with me and not just fuck around. And for those that can't do the $8, I get it. I get it, okay? Just know that I love you guys. There's no hard feelings. And if you can in the future, do it. And you never know in the future, I may do away with this. Depends on how things go. But I need a break from the nonsense. I just do.
This left fans divided once again. Was the rug pull just another troll move by Rob to keep control over his fan base? Or had he genuinely intended to end the membership plan but changed his mind due to financial success? Whatever the case, Rob's actions have once again thrown his community into confusion, with some die-hard fans still standing by him, while others felt betrayed by their ever-shifting narrative. After 17 years on YouTube, Rob officially deleted his channel on the night of February 2nd, 2025, following a stream titled, Catching Up with Drama. He then posted an emotional final message on his Face Destroyers United page, where he vented his frustrations and struggles. In this message, Rob expressed deep resentment toward his detractors, calling out two specific individuals who had been critical of him, one being a transgender individual and the other an autistic former fan who had once idolized him but later turned against him. He claimed that these people were causing drama in his community and that others had begged him to remove them from FDU for over a year. Rob expressed bitterness over his lack of success, stating that despite putting in nearly 2 decades of effort into creating content, his channel never gained proper recognition due to YouTube's algorithm. He was particularly frustrated by the fact that out of the millions who had watched his videos over the years, only 46 people had subscribed to his $8 a month membership. He felt betrayed by many long-term fans who, in his eyes, turned on him and sided with his critics. He compared his situation to that of the Spoonie experiment, Noah Antweiler, another once popular creator who became infamous for his mental health struggles and public breakdowns. Rob claimed he now understood why Spoonie had spiraled into obscurity. blaming toxic fans and online pressure for breaking him down. The most alarming part of his message was when he opened up about suicidal thoughts, admitting that these thoughts had progressively worsened over time, going from yearly to monthly to daily. He hinted that he was considering taking his own life, stating that he was looking for a drug dealer and he was too chicken shit to give life a chance. With that, Silent Rob 2007 to 2025 was no more. His YouTube channel vanished, and the future of his online presence became uncertain. Just 2 days after his dramatic exit, Rob resurfaced on Face Destroyers United with a post that left many of his fans frustrated and confused. He confirmed that he had attempted suicide, but not with drugs, as some had speculated. Instead, he tried to use carbon monoxide poisoning in his garage, but failed because the space was too breezy. He then made light of the situation, joking that his attempt had only made him sick and pissed off. Rob also acknowledged that someone had called in a wellness check on him, a move that he seemed to appreciate, even though his wife Annie had answered with sarcasm, expecting it to be one of the troll-driven pizza deliveries he had dealt with in the past. He mocked his departure, comparing it to the infamously bad ending of Game of Thrones, essentially dismissing the emotional weight of his previous statement. This angered many of his fans, as they genuinely feared for his well-being, only for him to return with a joking tone. The post hinted at bitterness towards certain individuals who didn't support him during the controversy, while expressing gratitude for those who had his back. He mentioned a former viewer, Devante, telling him about specific people who defended him, encouraging them to reach out to him on Facebook. Additionally, Rob teased the idea of a possible return, stating that if he were offered a sweet gig, he might consider coming back to YouTube someday. He also mentioned receiving a large 401k payment from a previous job and planned to spread the love. The post ended on a contradictory note, as Rob claimed to be going on vacation, but also admitted to crying and already missing his community. This post infuriated many fans who had genuinely worried for Rob's safety, only for him to seemingly brush off the situation with humor. Some saw it as a manipulative move, accusing Rob of using suicidal threats to gain attention and test loyalty within his community. Others were just exhausted by the constant drama and felt betrayed by how casually Rob seemed to treat everything. At this point, it became clear that Rob's reputation had been severely damaged, and his relationship with his fan base was at an all-time low. Silent Rob's departure from YouTube has left a divided legacy. For many long-term viewers, his downfall felt inevitable, as he continuously failed to deliver on promises, misled his audience, and alienated his fan base through erratic decisions and controversial behavior. Some accused him of scamming his supporters, taking donations for games he never played, and blaming his lack of growth on YouTube's algorithm rather than his own inconsistent work ethic. For these former fans, his exit was a relief, a long overdue consequence of his actions. However, for others, Silent Rob's departure marks a sad end to a channel that had entertained them for nearly 2 decades. Regardless of his missteps, Rob was genuinely funny. He had a distinct voice in gaming culture, and he provided content that many found irreplaceable. The real tragedy is not just the loss of his channel, but the mental and emotional toll his journey has taken on him. Perhaps in the end, leaving YouTube is for the best. A chance for Rob to focus on his mental health, rebuild his life, and move forward without the burden of online drama. Whether he ever makes a return or not, his story remains one of both triumph and downfall. A cautionary tale of how internet fame can be both a gift and a curse.